The fuel light came on near the county line, and I did not know the road. I had been driving without direction, just to keep from going home. The radio lost its signal, the fields turned black and white. I had spent 3 months avoiding every truth I held inside. There was a sign beside the highway with one arrow pointing east. I pulled over near a cornfield and finally turned off the key. Give me one more mile toward home. I do not need the whole road shown, just enough light for the next white line, just enough grace for this heart of mine. I have been lost by my own choosing, but I am tired of moving alone. Give me one more mile toward home. One more mile toward home. I had left after my father's funeral, angry at the words they said. People talked about your purpose while I stared at the flowers near his head. I could not worship through the questions, so I packed and drove away. But distance never gave an answer, it only changed the names of streets. There beside that empty highway, I said, God, I am still mad. And the honesty felt cleaner than the faith I tried to act. Give me one more mile toward home. I do not need the whole road shown, just enough light for the next white line, just enough grace for this heart of mine. I have been lost by my own choosing, but I am tired of moving alone. Give me one more mile toward home. One more mile toward home. Do not ask me for a promise that I will never doubt again. I can only turn the engine and begin where I have been. Maybe home is not an answer, maybe home is choosing truth. Maybe faith begins by driving back toward what I ran from. Keep the headlights on the pavement, keep my hands steady and slow. I do not need to see the doorway, just one more mile toward home. Give me one more mile toward home. I do not need the whole road shown, just enough near the county line, but a station came in view, and somewhere past the eastern fields, the morning started breaking through.
She asked me in the church parking lot how I had been doing. I opened up my mouth to say I'm fine, just busy moving. The answer waited on my tongue, the same one I had used for weeks, but something in her patient eyes made lying feel too hard to keep. So I looked down at the pavement, at the cracks beneath my feet, and said, honestly, I'm tired in a way that sleep cannot reach. I almost said I was fine, I almost hit one more time, I almost carried all this sorrow back across another night. But mercy waited in the question and gave the truth a place to land. I almost said I was fine, then someone took me by the hand. She did not offer 10 solutions, she did not quote a dozen lines. She opened up the passenger door and sat beside me for a while. The rain began against the windshield, soft and steady on the glass. She said, you do not need to hurry, tell me only what you can. I told her how the mornings frightened me, how it didn't feel like work, how I had stopped returning calls because I had no words. I almost said I was fine, I almost hit one more time, I almost carried all this sorrow back across another night. But mercy waited in the question and gave the truth a place to land. I almost said I was fine, then someone took me by the hand. Maybe healing starts with honesty before it ever feels like hope. Maybe faith is letting someone see the burden that you hold. You did not meet me through an answer, you met me through a listening friend who did not try to rush the story or decide how it should end. Give me courage for tomorrow when another person asks. Let me choose the truthful sentence instead of reaching for the mask. I almost said I was fine, but grace interrupted the line. I almost carried all this sorrow back across another night. Mercy waited in the question and gave the truth a place to stand. I almost said I was fine, then you reached me through her hands. The rain stopped in the parking lot before we said goodbye. She She asked me if she could call tomorrow, and this time I did not lie. I tried to sing inside the service, but no sound would leave my throat. Everyone around me lifted hands while I held tightly to my coat. The words appeared upon the screen about a joy I could not feel. I wondered if my quiet sorrow made my worship any less real.
So I left before the final song
And stood outside beneath the rain.
Then an older man came through the door
And did not ask me to explain.
He said some prayers are barely breathing, some are only someone's name, some are nothing more than standing when you want to run away.
He said God does not need your volume, He can hear the smallest sound. Faith the size of a whisper still reaches holy ground. Faith the size of a whisper can still call heaven near. Faith the size of a whisper is louder than our fear. You do not need a mighty chorus, you do not need a perfect word. Faith the size of a whisper is still a prayer that you have heard. I returned the following Sunday and chose a seat beside the wall. I still could not sing the verses, but I stayed there through them all.
When the chorus came around again,
I breathed one sentence underneath.
God, I do not know
How to trust you, but please do not give up on me.
no one else could hear me say it.
No one turned to look my way,
But something in the quiet speaking made a little room for grace. Faith the size of a whisper
can still call heaven near.
faith the size of a whisper
Is louder than our fear.
You do not need a mighty chorus,
You do not need a perfect word.
faith the size of a whisper
It's still a prayer that you have heard. Here is the faith that I can offer.
He receives it as it is.
Here is the hope I almost buried.
He still knows exactly where it lives.
Here is one breath turned toward heaven.
One breath is enough to start.
Together, you are not measuring the volume. You are listening to the heart. Faith the size of a whisper can still call heaven near. Faith the size of a whisper can live beside our fear. We do not need a mighty chorus, we only need one honest word.
sing like I once did.
But now I know what worship is.
Sometimes it is only staying
and whispering that you still exist.
The church door was still unlocked, though Sunday service had been done. Dust was floating through the colored glass in the fading afternoon sun. I chose the pew behind the others, where nobody knew my name. I had not come to sing or praise you, I had only come to bring my shame. The pulpit stood in heavy silence, the piano lid was closed. I wondered if you still remembered a heart that wandered from the road. You met me in the empty pew when I had nothing left to prove. No choir sang, no preacher spoke, but something in my spirit moved. I thought I had to find my way before I could come back to you. But grace was waiting in the silence. You met me in the empty pew. I told you where my faith had faltered. I told you what I could not mend. I told you how I blamed the heavens when I buried my old friend. I said I know the words of Scripture, but tonight they feel so far. Then sunlight crossed the wooden floor and rested gently where you are. It did not answer every question, it did not take the memory away, but my breathing became slower as I finally chose to stay. You met me in the empty pew when I had nothing left to prove. No choir sang, no preacher spoke, but something in my spirit moved. Silence. You met me in the empty pew. Maybe faith is not a feeling, Maybe hope can whisper low. Maybe healing starts by sitting when you do not know where else to go. Maybe you were never distant. Maybe grief had filled my view. Maybe all along you waited right beside that empty pew. You met me in the empty pew, and let me tell the honest truth. No choir sang, no choir sang, no preacher spoke, but mercy made my heart a room. I did not have to fix my faith before I could come back to you. Your grace was waiting in the silence. You met me in the empty pew. The sun went down behind the windows. The room grew dim and blue, but I did not leave there lonely. You met me in the empty pew.
The calendar still said September, but the heat had left the air. I stood beside the bedroom window, cutting dead leaves from a plant. For months I called it just a hard time, as if naming it made me weak. But sorrow does not leave more quickly when you are too afraid to speak. So I wrote the word exhaustion on a page beside my bed. Then underneath I wrote disappointment, and every prayer I thought was dead. This season has a name, and I do not have to hide it. Pain becomes much heavier when I keep it locked in silence. The season has a name, but it will not be my whole life. I can tell the truth about the winter and still believe in growing time. I called a woman from the church who had survived a year like mine. She did not interrupt my crying or repair me with a line. She said, honey, grief is honest, and the Lord is not afraid. You can bring him every feeling you were never meant to fake. That evening I removed the curtains and let the coldest sunlight in. The room did not become much warmer, but I stopped fighting where I had been. This season has a name, and I do not have to hide it. Pain becomes much heavier when I keep it locked in silence. The season has a name, but it will not be my whole life. I can tell the truth about the winter and still believe in growing time. God, this is disappointment. God, this is fatigue. This is anger at the promises I thought that I Walk with me through what I call it, until another season comes. This season has a name, and I no longer need to hide it. Pain becomes a little lighter when your mercy stands beside it. This season has a name, but it will not become my whole life. I can tell the truth about the winter and still believe in growing time. The plant beside the window still had one green branch remaining. I placed it closer to the sunlight and decided not to throw it away.
I spent years believing I had gone too far. But when I finally came home, the door was still open. The paint was peeling from the chapel. The sign was leaning toward the road. I had passed that place 100 times, but never had the nerve to slow. That evening something made me stop there, with the engine running low. I sat beneath the faded steeple, unsure of where else I could go. I had rehearsed a long confession, every failure, every cost. But when my hand reached for the handle, I found the door was never locked. The door was never locked. The light was always on. I thought that I had lost my place because I stayed away too long. But mercy did not change the number. Grace still knew the road I walked. All those years I feared rejection, but the door was never locked. Inside, the wooden floor was creaking. The hymnals rested in their rows. A woman sweeping near the altar looked at me as if she knew. She did not ask me where I'd wandered. She did not count the years I'd lost. She simply pointed to a pew and said, "You're welcome as you are." I lowered my head between my shoulders and let the old defenses drop. I had expected condemnation, never locked. The door was never locked. The light was always on. I thought that I had lost my place because I stayed away too long. But mercy did not change the number. Grace still knew the road I walked. All those years I feared rejection, but the door was never locked. I was the one who kept on running. I was the one who drew the line. You were not standing there in anger. You were watching for the headlights. You did not make me earn the welcome. You did not ask what I could bring. You only met me at the doorway and called me your child again. The door was never locked. The light was always on. You kept a place beside your table, even while I wandered long. Mercy never changed the number. Grace remembered every road. I came expecting your rejection, but you only called me home. The door was never locked. You only called me home. The paint is peeling from the chapel. The sign still leans beside the road. But whenever someone asks what happened, I say, the door was never closed. I moved 3 towns from where they knew me. Changed my number, changed my name. Took an apartment near the highway where nobody asked from where I came. I had left the church behind me, left the prayers I used to know. I thought distance could erase every seed my mother sowed. Then a letter came one Tuesday with no return address. Only 7 words across the paper. Grace still knows where you live. Grace found my address, though I never sent a sign. Grace crossed every road I traveled and arrived there right on time. I had changed the locks and numbers I had hidden from my past, but mercy never lost the map. Grace found my address. Inside the envelope was nothing but the sentence and a page from the Bible Mama carried before she passed away. I knew the fold along the corner. I knew the stain beside the line. The verse spoke about the wanderer and the shepherd who would find. I sat down beside the doorway with the letter in my hands. For the first time in 10 winters, I said, God, here I am. Grace found my address. scars I had hidden from my past, but mercy never lost the map. Grace found my address. You did not wait outside in anger. You did not list the years I ran. You entered through one simple sentence, written by a loving hand. I had believed that being distant meant your memory would fade, but no apartment road or failure could remove the name you gave. So I opened every curtain, let the afternoon come in. Grace had found the place I lived, and asked my heart to live again. Grace knows the road. Grace knows the road. Grace knows the name. Grace finds the lost and calls again. Grace found my address. Found my address, though I never sent a sign. Grace crossed every road I traveled, then arrived there right on time. I had changed the locks and numbers, but your love still knew the path. Mercy never lost the map. Grace found my address. The letter rests beside my Bible in the apartment near the road. And every morning when I see it, I remember I was found. We saved you a seat at the table, though we knew you would not come. Your birthday cake stood in the center, with one candle instead of some. My sister brought your favorite flowers. My brother wore the shirt you gave. We laughed about the time you burned dinner, then fell silent at your name. Nobody knew the proper way to celebrate a life now gone, so we placed your picture near the window and let the evening carry on. We saved you a seat because love does not disappear when a voice leaves the room or a body is no longer here. We saved you a seat, not because we could not move, but because remembering together was the only thing we knew to do. I cut the cake with shaking fingers, gave the first piece to your son. He said Mama would have wanted more frosting on this one,
started laughing, and for a moment grief felt light. Then he looked down at the empty chair and wiped his eyes. Joy and sorrow sat together like two guests who both belonged. I had thought that grief meant silence, but that evening grief became a song. We saved you a seat because love does not disappear when a voice leaves the room or a body is no longer here. We saved you a seat, not because we could not move, but because remembering together was the only thing we knew to do. You held me when I cried there, with my family gathered near. You did not remove the empty chair, you only made the love more clear. Teach us how to speak her stories without breaking every time. Teach us grief can share a table with the gratitude inside. We are not denying absence, we are honoring what remains. Every life she touched around us still carries part of her name. Love remains. Love remains. Though the chair is empty, love remains. We saved you a seat and filled the room with your name. We told the stories you had given and let the laughter meet the pain. We saved you a seat, but we also chose to live, because remembering together is another way love gives. The candle burned beside your picture until the room grew late. Then we cleared the plates around us, but left the flowers by your place.
I watch the second hand keep moving on the clock above my bed. Every prayer I had been praying seemed to circle overhead. I had asked you for an answer, I had waited for a sign, but the room remained unchanged, and the silence answered mine. The phone stayed dark beside me, the hallway settled down. I could hear the neighbor's television and the rain against the ground. I thought your silence meant you left me, I thought waiting meant denial. But roots are growing in the darkness long before they touch the light. When heaven felt quiet, you were still near. When I heard no answer, you still heard every tear. You were working underneath what my eyes could never see. When heaven felt quiet, you had not forgotten me. about a change, and I grew tired of saying when. Friends would ask me how I was, I learned to smile and answer them. Then an old man from the church left groceries beside my door. He did not offer explanations, he just said, "The Lord knows what they're for." I stood there holding bread and coffee with my pride upon the floor, and understood that quiet mercy had been moving all along. When heaven fell quiet, you were still near. Ooh, when I heard no answer, you still heard every tear. You were working underneath what my eyes could never see. When heaven fell quiet, you had not forgotten me. You were not absent in the waiting. You were not careless with my pain. You were sending small reminders like water underneath the rain. Not every answer comes like thunder. Not every rescue shakes the room. Sometimes grace arrives in groceries on an ordinary afternoon. He did not forget you. He did not forget. Through the silent waiting, he was with you yet. When heaven fell quiet, ooh, you were still near. When I heard no answer, you still heard every tear. You were working underneath what my eyes could never see. When heaven fell quiet, you had not forgotten me. Lord, heaven was not empty. You had not forgotten me. The second hand keeps moving, but I do not watch in fear. Even when heaven feels quiet, I know that you are near. I still leave a light on in the hallway, though there is no one coming home. Some habits do not ask permission. They remain when you are alone. Her coat is hanging by the doorway. Her shoes are underneath the chair. I know that I should move them someday, but today I left them there. The house speaks in little noises, wood settling underneath the cold, and every sound becomes a memory of the life we used to hold. Be the light in the hallway when the rooms are dark and still, when the the chair beside the table holds a space I cannot fill. I am not asking you to erase her or explain why she is gone. Just be the light in the hallway and help me make it to the dawn. I found her handwriting in a cookbook next to something she would bake. Add more sugar if he's worried, was the note she chose to make. I laughed and cried there in the kitchen with the book against my chest. Grief can carry two emotions and refuse to choose the rest. I made the recipe that evening, though it did not taste the same. Then I placed one plate upon the table and softly spoke her name. Be the light in the hallway when the rooms are dark and still, when the chair beside the table holds a space I cannot fill. I am not asking you to erase her or explain why she's gone. Just be the light in the hallway and help me make it to the dawn. Stay with me inside the questions that no sermon can resolve. Teach me how to keep on living without leaving love behind. Let the memories become windows, not just doors I cannot close. Let the years we had together be a garden, not a ghost.
Light in the hallway,
Stay through the night.
light in the hallway.
Lead him toward the light. Be the light in the hallway when the rooms are dark and still, when the chair beside the table holds a space I cannot fill. I will never stop remembering, but I know I can go on if you are the light in the hallway, helping me toward the dawn.
Be the light in the hallway.
Stay until the morning comes. I still leave a light on in the hallway, and tonight I understand. It is not only for the one I lost, it reminds me where I am. Her number is still in my phone, between my brother and the pharmacy. I know that no one will answer, but I cannot make myself delete. Sometimes I open our old messages just to see the words she chose. Drive careful, call when you get home, and do not forget your coat. The last one came on Tuesday, 3 days before she left. It looked so small upon the screen, for something I would never read the same again. Her number is still in my phone, and her voice is still inside me. Every warning, every blessing, Every time she stood beside me, I know she will not call tomorrow. I know why the line stays still. Her number is still in my phone, because my heart is learning what to release. I called it once by accident while looking for another name. The screen displayed calling mama, and I froze beneath the pain. For one impossible second, I expected her to say hello. Then the recorded message answered, and the whole room seemed to close. I sat down beside the window with the phone against my chest. I said, God, I knew this grief was coming, but I never understood the rest. Her number is still in my phone, and her voice is still inside me. Every warning, every blessing, every time she stood beside me. I know she will not call tomorrow. I know why the line stays still. Her number is still in my phone, because my heart is learning what to release. Do not hurry me through memory. Do not shame the things I keep, the recipes, the winter sweater, and the messages I read. Let remembrance become gratitude without pretending loss is small. Let me carry what she gave me without waiting for her call. And when the day arrives to delete it, let that choice belong to peace, not to people who believe that healing has a date it must complete. Her number is still in my phone, but her love is more than a number. It is living in the way I speak and how I care for one another. She will not call me tomorrow, but what she gave me lingers still. Her number may leave my phone someday, but her love never will. Her number is still in my phone. Tonight I let it stay. Healing does not mean removing every sign she passed this way. Found my father's Bible in a box beneath the stairs. The cover had been mended with the same brown tape for years. His name was written on the first page, in a hand that shook near the end. And between the book of Psalms, I found a map he once had folded. It showed the roads around our hometown, every bridge and county line, and a circle drawn in pencil around the church from when I was 9. There was a map inside his Bible, but the road was not on paper. It was written in the sentences he underlined for later. When you do not know which way to turn, let mercy be your guide. There was a map inside his Bible, and my father left the light. I had not opened scripture since the winter that he died. Every verse became a doorway to the grief I kept inside. But that morning I read slowly all the places he had marked, notes beside the words, the weary, and a line beneath, take heart. In the margin, near a promise, he had written just one phrase: for my son when he feels distant, God still knows the road he takes. There was a map inside his Bible, but the road was not on paper. It was written in the sentences he underlined for later. When you do not know which way to turn, let mercy be your guide. Oh, there was a map inside his Bible, and my father left the light. I thought I needed every answer. You only need the next right step. I thought that grief had closed the doorway. Love has not abandoned it yet. I thought my father's voice was gone now, but truth can speak beyond a life. Not every map will show the distance, some only teach you where to look. There was a map inside his Bible, and the road became much clearer. Not because the pain had vanished, but because you felt much nearer. When I did not know which way to turn, your mercy became my guide. Oh, there was a map inside his Bible, and my father left the light. I folded up the county where it had been. Then carried out my father's Bible and began to read again.